As part of their broad resistance against President Donald Trump, Democrats have adopted the tactic of lawfare, or using the law in courts as a weapon of war, in this case politically speaking, in order to remove Trump from office or at least obstruct the implementation of his agenda. On that front, the president's campaign and certain associates had been targeted by a lawsuit, which alleged that the campaign and informal Trump advisor Roger Stone had colluded and conspired with Russia and WikiLeaks to publish the hacked Democratic National Committee emails in 2016. The lawsuit had been filed against Trump's campaign and Stone by 2 DNC donors and 1 former DNC employee, all of who claimed to have been negatively impacted by the publication of the embarrassingly revealing emails, but who failed to provide sufficient evidence to support their claims. As such, a federal judge in Washington, D.C., just dismissed the lawsuit from her court this week, and Trump celebrated that decision as only he could. With a post to Twitter on Friday, Trump tweeted, "Just one lawsuit filed by the DNC and a bunch of Democrat crazies trying to claim the Trump campaign, and others, colluded with Russia. They haven't figured out that this was an excuse for them losing the election," he added. Fox News reported that the lawsuit Trump referred to hadn't actually been filed by the DNC. Rather, the political organization has filed a separate lawsuit against Trump and his campaign, including son Donald Trump Jr. and son-in-law Jared Kushner, that accuses them of colluding and coordinating with Russia during the 2016 election. Furthermore, District Judge Ellen Huvel made clear in her ruling that she had not addressed or even really considered the actual merits of the suit brought before her, but had dismissed it on technical grounds, namely that her court in D.C. was neither the proper venue for, nor had jurisdiction over, a legal challenge against the Trump campaign. Nevertheless, the president was obviously quite pleased by the news of the suit being dismissed, even as it could potentially be refiled in a different venue that may hold jurisdiction over the 2016 campaign and decide to give consideration to the sparse and vague evidence of the alleged conspiracy between Trump, Russia and WikiLeaks. Roger Stone, who was also named in the dismissed lawsuit, was also quite pleased by the ruling, which left him feeling gratified and delighted, as per an emailed statement to Fox News. Even though the case was not decided on this basis, plaintiffs provided no evidence or proof whatsoever of their central left-wing conspiracy theory, that I somehow worked with the Russian state to hack the DNC email servers and shared the fruits of this alleged hacking with WikiLeaks or the Trump campaign, Stone said. This is false and can therefore never be proven in any jurisdiction, he added, suggesting that the plaintiffs moving the lawsuit to another venue wouldn't really matter in the long run, as the case would still be a lost cause. The staunch opposition and resistance of Democrats, read total obstruction of everything said and done by Trump, hasn't been going all that well in the Republican-controlled Congress, for while they have successfully stymied some of Trump's larger agenda items like a border wall, Trump's MAGA agenda is still being implemented piecemeal and is winning in a significant number of areas. Outraged anti-Trump Democrats and liberals have thus turned to the courts to try and stop Trump, but even that has been increasingly futile as more and more courts, especially the Supreme Court, are siding with the president against his enraged detractors. President Trump has every right to celebrate on social media today about how yet another Democrat-led effort to obstruct and remove him from office has failed miserably.